solution. This picture tells us the following. Let's graph these lines again. Let's graph the line B, and let's graph the line A, approximately going through here. And just by looking at the shading, the common shaded region in the given picture, it indicates that if you look at equation B, it's going to have baby arrows going outward like this. So everything on this side of the line, every point on this side of the line that I'm pointing to, satisfies the inequality, and everything on the opposite side does not. Similarly, for equation B, we have baby arrows coming out this direction. And every point that lives on this side that I'm pointing to of equation B, all those points satisfy the inequality. So let's come up with the inequality. Step 1, we're going to find inequality A. First I want to notice that A has 2 points. A has the point, let's see, 4, 5. And it has the point 6, 0. That implies that the slope m, which has the formula y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1, let's see, that would be 0 minus 5 over 6 minus 4, which is negative 5 over 2. That's the slope. And it has the ordered pair x sub 1, y sub 1 equals 4, 5. Thus, write the equation y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1, and plug in the value we have for slope and the point. We get y minus the y coordinate 5 equals the slope negative 5 halves times x minus the x coordinate 4. Now we'll simplify. Let's get rid of fractions. Multiply both sides with the LCD. This equation is equal to 2. So multiply both sides of the equation. You get 2y minus 5 halves equals negative 5 times x minus 4. Get rid of the parentheses. 2y minus 5 halves. Oh, I'm sorry. If you multiply 5 times 2, you don't get 5 halves. You get 10. 10. Okay, so minus 10 equals negative 5x plus 4. Move the 10 over, you get 2y equals negative 5x plus 14. Divide everything by 2. Y equals negative 5 halves times x plus 7. Okay, so there's the equation. Now we have to decide which direction the inequality goes. So we're going to test the ordered pair 0, 0. Now 0, 0 lives. I want you to go back over here and notice this. This is 0, 0. And it's not, for equation A, it's on the side opposite the direction that the arrows are pointing. So we want 0, 0 to not satisfy our inequality. So what we're going to do, we're going to choose a direction for the inequality. Let's say that y is greater than or equal to negative 5 halves times x plus 7. Now let's test 0, 0 and hope that it fails. If it fails to satisfy this inequality, which we want it to fail because the arrows are pointing in the opposite direction, that means it's a good direction for our inequality. So this is a question. Negative 5 halves times 0 plus 7. So is 0 greater than or equal to 7? And the answer is greater than no. Yes, it fails. And that's good. We wanted it to fail. So therefore we keep y greater than or equal to negative 5 halves times x plus 7. Okay, that's our first inequality. Now, let's go to step 2. Step 2, we're going to find inequality B. It has the same ordered pair 4, 5, and it also has the ordered pair 0, 7. So that implies that the slope, m, is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So that would be 7 minus 5 over 0 minus 4. 7 minus 5 is 2 for negative 4, so it's negative 1 half. So we've got the slope, And we're going to use the same point we had used last time because it's also a point on this line, the point 4, 5. And we're going to use that thus in the equation. Y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. So that implies that y minus the y coordinate 5 equals the slope negative 1/2 times x minus x sub 1, which is 4. Now the LCD for this equation is equal to 2. So we're going to multiply both sides of the equation by 2. That gives us y minus, we're multiplying everything by 2. We get 2y minus 10 equals, this time when we multiply by 2, we get negative 1, so it's negative times x minus 4. Get rid of the parentheses. 2y minus 10 equals negative x plus 4. Move the 10 over. 2y equals negative x plus 14. Divide everything by 2. Y equals negative 1/2 times x and plus 7. Okay, so that's our equation related to the graph. Now we have to test it. And we're going to test our same point test, 0, 0. If you look back at the graph, you see that the baby arrows are pointing away from 0, 0, so we hope that it fails. Now, I think this time, let's try the same thing. Let's try less than or equal to and see what happens with the sign less than or equal to. See if that allows us to fail when we test this point. Okay, let's test it here. Is 0 less than or equal to negative 1/2 times 0 plus 7? In other words, is 0 less than or equal to 7? And the answer is yes. It fails. No, it passes. My bad. It passes. Okay, now if it passes, that's bad. So use other inequality sign, which means we're going to keep y greater than or equal to negative 1/2 times x plus 7. And that gives us our other inequality. Now don't worry about the x is greater than or equal to 0 or y is greater than or equal to 0 because we're not even interested in that portion, only the last two portions of a solution. And we're finished.